Göbekli Tepe itself was the end of a process, not the beginning of a process. It was something that marked, it was a marker. It was something that brought together the best of everything that they'd accumulated and created it in one place.
AI has just analyzed the 12,000-year-old stone pillars of Göbekli Tepe, and the results are disturbing. Using high-resolution laser scans and pattern recognition models, researchers examined pillars weighing up to 50 tons, carved more than 11,600 years ago. The AI identified near-perfect symmetry, accurate to millimeter-level precision, something that shouldn't be possible with Stone Age tools. Even more unsettling, several tool marks resemble effects caused by extreme heat, not stone chisels or flint blades. When scans reached deeper structural layers beneath the pillars, one anomaly was restricted from public release, and researchers involved stopped commenting. That silence has only intensified concern, because if these findings are correct, Göbekli Tepe's pillars were not just ceremonial. They may have been designed to preserve a warning from a forgotten past humanity doesn't fully understand. But before we reveal what AI uncovered, hit like and subscribe to watch what they don't want you to know. The legend of Göbekli Tepe is the oldest known large stone building made by humans. It was built more than 11,000 years ago, between 10,000 and 13,000 years before the Common Era. That makes it older than the pyramids in Egypt and older than Stonehenge in England. People built it long before they learned how to grow crops or live in villages. The site has large stone pillars shaped like the letter T. Some of them weigh many tons. They are placed in circles, and many have carvings of animals and strange symbols. People back then did not have wheels or metal tools, yet they still moved these stones and put them up with great care. Only about 1/10 of the site has been dug up so far. Most of it is still under the ground. This means there is still a lot more to find. What has already been found is amazing, but what is still hidden could change what we know about early people. In the 1990s, a German archaeologist named Klaus Schmidt started working at the site. He saw that the stones were part of something big and ancient. His work showed that people came together and built large things even before farming began. This changed how experts think about the past. It showed that early people were smarter and more organized than many once believed. But the stones themselves tell an even stranger story. What did the builders carve into them, and why? Stone giants and ancient secrets, Göbekli Tepe is home to massive stone pillars that tower in the open air, shaped like giant T's. Some reach nearly 20 feet high and weigh almost 10 tons. They're arranged in huge circular patterns, with two taller pillars often taking center stage. Every stone was placed deliberately. No randomness here. Even though this site is over 11,000 years old, the precision and care in the layout reveal astonishing skill. And all of this was done with nothing more than simple stone tools, shaped by patient hands. These pillars aren't just impressive. They're covered in carvings of animals, snakes, foxes, vultures, scorpions, and more. Each carving is crisp and detailed, showing sharp lines and deep cuts. Some pillars even depict humans, but not like we'd expect. Their heads are small, arms are shown in unusual ways, and fingers appear only in some cases. These stylized figures likely held special meaning for the people who made them. There's no writing, no wheels, and no metal tools here. Yet, the stones tell a story of beliefs, rituals, and ideas from a time long before cities or books existed. The builders were hunter-gatherers, moving often in small groups with no farm animals to carry heavy loads, and yet they came together to create something massive. They planned, worked as a team, and shared a vision bigger than themselves. Göbekli Tepe proves that even before farming or towns, humans had powerful minds and strong hands. These stone giants and their carvings leave us with a haunting question. What were they trying to say? And why did they dedicate so much effort to say it? Theories about purpose and function. Many scientists think Göbekli Tepe was used for special events. It may have been a place where people came to pray or take part in spiritual ceremonies. Some call it the world's first temple. It was not a place where people lived. Instead, it was likely a meeting place for different groups. In those days, people hunted animals and gathered wild plants. They did not stay in one place for long. Still, they may have met at Göbekli Tepe during certain seasons. Large gatherings could have been held there for rituals, songs, and other events. It may have helped different groups stay connected and share ideas. This view shows that people cared about beliefs and shared traditions even before farming began. It helps explain why they worked so hard to build something so large. Klaus Schmidt, the man who led the first major dig at Göbekli Tepe, had a new idea. He believed the people came together for spiritual reasons first. He thought their need to gather at this place led to farming. They needed more food to feed everyone at these events. That may have pushed them to plant crops nearby. Over time, this could have led to farming and more settled life. Most experts used to believe farming came first. Then, once people had food, they created places for worship. Schmidt's idea changes that story. He thought belief and gathering came first. Farming came after, because people needed a way to stay and feed each other. His idea made many people rethink the timeline of how human life changed. One of the most puzzling parts of Göbekli Tepe is how it was buried. Around 8,000 years before the Common Era, people filled the site with dirt and stone. This did not happen by wind or rain. People did it on purpose. The reason is still unknown. It may have been done to protect the place or mark the end of its use. No one can say for sure. The careful burial makes the site even more mysterious and important. Most experts agree it was special, but some people have very different ideas about what really happened here. Alternative theories and speculation. Not everyone agrees on what Göbekli Tepe really is. Some ideas go far beyond what mainstream scientists believe, and they're definitely intriguing. One of the most talked about theories, that beings from another world may have helped build it. The stones are massive. Some weigh nearly 10 tons, and some people think early humans with simple tools couldn't have moved them alone. Maybe, they say, something far more advanced was involved. Another theory suggests a lost civilization built Göbekli Tepe. This mysterious people may have lived before a great disaster, a flood, an earthquake, or some forgotten cataclysm. After it, their knowledge vanished, forcing humanity to start over, leaving only hints of their genius behind. While these ideas don't have solid proof, they've captured imaginations worldwide. Movies, books, and online shows have made Göbekli Tepe a hub for speculation. Some see star maps in the stone circles, others whisper of hidden energies, secret portals, or connections to Atlantis, the legendary lost continent. Fact and fantasy often blend here, creating stories that thrill, but sometimes blur the truth. The attention isn't all bad. Interest in these theories has brought more funding, more research, and more eyes on the site. Yet the drama can make it easy to believe guesses over real discoveries. Scientists are careful. They want to protect the mystery while revealing the truth. And the truth is still unfolding. Behind the wild ideas, real researchers are uncovering discoveries that could shock the world and finally answer some of Göbekli Tepe's oldest, most haunting questions. New discoveries. In the year 2025, a team of experts made big new discoveries at Göbekli Tepe. For the first time, they found real signs that people may have lived there. These signs included places where people made fires, food storage pits, and the base of what looked like simple homes. Some stones showed how the ground was prepared before building. These remains helped experts see that this place may have been used for more than just short visits. People may have stayed there for longer periods. The team also found tools used in daily life. These tools were made of stone and included blades, scrapers, and grinding stones. They were used to cut food, clean animals, and crush seeds or grains. Food remains were also found. These included wheatgrasses, wild beans, bones from gazelles, and bird feathers. These things showed that people hunted, gathered plants, and prepared food at the site. There were signs of cooking and food processing. Stones had grinding marks, and some bones were broken in ways that showed they had been cooked or used as tools. This gave strong proof that people stayed in one place for some time. They had ways to prepare meals and take care of basic needs. The team used ground-penetrating radar to look under the ground. They found more than 15 new stone enclosures still buried. Some of these may be as old as 15,000 years. That makes them even older than the rest of the site. Over 200 new standing stones were found, shaped by hand and set in the ground. At least 15 of these new areas are believed to be large temples, built from stone. So far, only about 1/10 of the whole site has been explored. Experts say it could take over 150 years to study everything. Each new find helps us understand how early people lived, worked, and came together at this special place. These finds changed everything we thought we knew. But what do they really mean for human history? Rethinking the dawn of civilization. For centuries, historians believed there was a simple timeline. Humans farmed first, built homes second, formed villages third, and only then created civilization. Göbekli Tepe is turning that story upside down. Here, large groups of people came together before farming even existed. They built massive temples, lived in simple shelters, and shared stories, rituals, and beliefs. It seems human connection, faith, and teamwork may have come before agriculture, and that the desire to gather and create together might have sparked farming later. The site itself is a testament to planning and cooperation. The giant stones had to be carved, moved, and raised by teams working in unison, guided by strong leaders and shared goals. There were no written words, yet the carvings reveal deeply held beliefs that likely helped keep the community united. People took on different roles: hunters, builders, carvers, planners, showing an early form of social organization and teamwork. These discoveries force us to rethink how early humans lived. Coordinating such massive projects required food, tools, and countless helping hands. Communities may have traded, shared resources, or followed leaders to make it all work. Stories and shared beliefs replaced laws or writing, binding people together. Göbekli Tepe proves that early humans had sharp minds, skilled hands, and the ability to dream big, laying the groundwork for the world we know today. And it wasn't alone. Across the ancient world, other mysterious constructions hint that our ancestors were capable of far more than we ever imagined. Connections to other megalithic sites. Göbekli Tepe and Stonehenge have some things in common. Both have large stones placed in circles. Both were used as sacred places where people came together. Stonehenge is about 6,000 years younger than Göbekli Tepe, but the design feels similar. At both sites, The stones seem to match the sun and stars. People may have used them to watch the sky and follow time. These sites show that early humans in different places had some of the same ideas about gathering and building with meaning. The temples on the island of Malta were built around 3,600 years before the Common Era. They are among the oldest buildings that still stand today. Like Göbekli Tepe, the builders used no metal tools. The Malta temples were used for spiritual or religious reasons. They have strong stone walls, some carvings, and signs of group work. Building these places needed many people working together. Each stone was shaped and placed with care. These temples remind us that early people worked as a team and shared deep beliefs. On the island of Minorca, people built T-shaped stone monuments about 1,000 years before the Common Era. These are called taulas. They stand in horseshoe shapes, much like the stone layouts at Göbekli Tepe. Even though they were made many years later, the shape and idea feel the same. These stones show that the way people built sacred places stayed similar over a long time. Across the world, early people built large stone places for spiritual and social use. These sites were not just buildings. They were made with care and shared meaning. Many were used to follow the stars, honor the dead, or gather the community. People who lived far apart had no contact, but still built in similar ways. This shows a deep human need to build strong places filled with spirit, memory, and connection. All these ancient sites point to something bigger. They show us that early humans were far more advanced than we ever imagined. Broader implications for human development. Göbekli Tepe is changing everything we thought we knew about early humans. For years, historians believed survival came first. Farming led to villages, and villages eventually gave rise to culture and civilization. But here, early people were guided by something deeper. They came together to build massive, meaningful spaces, working side by side to shape enormous stones and create places for gathering, storytelling, and shared purpose. These constructions gave them a sense of community, a feeling of being part of something bigger. Connection, belief, and collaboration may have come before farming or permanent settlements. In these stones, we see the very first signs of culture, expression, and teamwork. The builders hunted and foraged. They didn't farm, but they still tackled huge, long-term projects. They planned ahead, focused on shared goals, and passed down knowledge across generations. The precise arrangement of the stones hints that they understood patterns, space, and maybe even the stars. They had sharp minds and strong hands. Without writing, they still taught, learned, and built in ways that laid the foundations for civilization. The stone circles weren't homes. They were sacred spaces. People returned to them again and again. These spaces built trust, strengthened bonds, and gave people a reason to stay and work together. Shared beliefs and collective effort became the heart of early human life. Göbekli Tepe shows that spirit, purpose, and teamwork were as important as food or shelter in shaping humanity. And even now, it keeps us asking, what other secrets lie buried beneath the ground? Future research directions. Most of Göbekli Tepe is still underground. Only a small portion has been explored, and it may take decades or centuries to uncover it fully. Each new discovery has the potential to rewrite our understanding of early human life. Experts are still piecing together why these people worked so hard to build and then bury such incredible structures. How many lived nearby? How long did the community last? Are there connections to other ancient sites yet to be discovered? The findings at Göbekli Tepe are forcing us to rethink what hunter-gatherers could achieve. They may have had complex skills, deep beliefs, and sophisticated social structures far beyond what we imagined. Future models of early civilization may place spiritual and social connections alongside survival needs, showing us that humanity's story isn't just about food and shelter, it's about faith, purpose, and collaboration. Conclusion: Göbekli Tepe is more than stone and soil. It's a window into who we were and who we could become. Every discovery deepens the mystery and reshapes history. Stay curious, stay open, and follow the journey. What we uncover next could rewrite everything we thought we knew about the dawn of civilization.